This time I'm going to look at sponging. I'm just using some normal sponge. This is actually a kitchen sponge. Okay, so I'm just going to cut some of this up. Okay, let's have 3 bits as we've got 3 colours, and we're going to start inking this up. Now the sponging technique, this will take you back to your school days, I'm sure, because it's a great thing that they do. Well, I used to do with the nursery children when I worked in a nursery, because that's what I used to do in my former life. So I'm just popping my colours on here. Now the sponging technique you can either do wet or dry, so I'm going to start off dry so you see the technique that's being used. I'm just going to pick up some of the sparkle pens and just sponge this over the card. Now you might think it looks quite primitive, but actually it's a great way of adding a different dimension and background to your cards. So if you've got a particular colour project you're doing, or image or anything like that, you can now make your own customed backgrounds. Just think about the colours you're using and it can quite easily be turned into your own custom backgrounds. Now that's using it on dry cardstock, but if I come in with my big brush again and I just do a colour wash, if I turn this round so I can work where I am, just going to do a colour wash of water, okay, and go back in again with my sponges. You'll see that with the adding the water it gives a softer look, still a great look but totally different. The colours come out totally different, but a great way of making backgrounds, quick and easy cards. I often have an afternoon just in my craft room making lots of backgrounds up ready to use. But you can see the two types. We've got the dry sponge and then we've got it on the wet cardstock. You could quite easily wet the sponges as well, but another great technique to use. So let me bring in my technique book to show you when it's dry. So again you can see the dry look and the wet look. The wet look has got a softer look to it. Again that sparkle is coming through, a bit more subtle on the wet because we've added water, but another great technique to use, perfect for backgrounds. So that's your sponging technique.